The fletching skill and its mechanics recently changed. In this video, you'll find out exactly what's different in just 4 minutes. Whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. The first and one of the most important changes is that the Fletching skill cape perk now provides extra experience for when the skill cape perk procs. So the 0.75% chance to make extra arrows, headless arrows, and bolts will now provide you a double experience when it procs, indicated by a message in your chat box. In short, the Fletching skill cape is now an effective 0.75% Fletching XP increase item. If you're training Fletching right now, don't forget to use your Fletching size enhancers from the latest event because they will be removed in 9 days. Any buffs that save resources now subtract an item from the Make X queue, leaving the saved resource in your inventory. Notice how I have 6 magic logs left after finishing my queue of 28 unstrung magic shield bows. Now let's try that again, except I'm going to be using the 6 magic logs left in my inventory. As you can clearly see, the portable Fletcher saves one of my logs, it sticks in my inventory, and I'm left with a magic log after finishing 6 unstrung magic shield bows. Now you're probably wondering where that unstrung magic shield bow went. Well, as your saved resources now stay in your inventory instead of being banked, the actual product you're making is banked if you have no space in your inventory instead. If you do have inventory space, both the saved resource and product you're making, in this case unstrung bows, will be placed in your inventory. Corrupted magic logs now provide a chance to drop the Fletching pet. Not sure why this wasn't the case before, but it's possible now. By the way, these are very bad experience. Additionally, Fletching unstrung crossbows, finished crossbow bolts, and stringing crossbows will now also properly provide a chance for the Fletching skill pet. Speaking of the Fletching skill pet, the Fletching skill pet chance is now affected by most Fletching skill related buffs. For example, if you're using the Fletching skill cape perk, proccing a second set of arrows should double your odds of getting the skill pet, as the rules calculated using that doubled XP value. Boosts that apply an experience buff like pulse cores or bonus experience obviously do not increase your odds. The portable Fletcher now has a chance to save resources when cutting unstrung crossbows, as well as having a chance to save resources when adding limbs to crossbows. Additionally, you can also create 2 crossbow stocks or 2 unstrung crossbows at once now. Jagex has, however, removed the option for a portable Fletcher to provide 2 strung crossbows at once. This is the third and final step in the production process of creating a crossbow. Fletching buffs now stack additively instead of separately. For example, Overloaded Regalia Incense Sticks 2%, Tier 2 Workroom 2%, and the Crystal Knife another 5% will give you a grand total of a 9% chance to make a strung bow when cutting unstrung bows. This makes these buffs far more consistent, although it's worth pointing out that these buffs are still specified separately when they proc in the chat box. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but the buffs stuck additively now according to Jagex. The Ranger's Workroom is now the best place to train Fletching due to the buffs in the area that benefit you even when not using the table. Use a portable Fletcher to get the optimal amount of Fletching experience per hour. To gain access to the Ranger's Workroom, you're going to need to complete the Dead and Buried quest, and for the Tier 3 building, you'll also need level 80 construction. With the Tier 3 building, you'll have access to multiple buffs and a 5%, so a flat 5% XP boost when Fletching inside the building's general area. At Tier 3, you'll also be able to imbue din arrows 350% faster at a third of the anima cost if you've unlocked the Wisdom of Anima buff, guaranteed to be unlocked after imbuing 7,500 arrows per anima type. There's a small chance to unlock this ability early. Note that XP is essentially 0 when using this buff. And finally, the Headless Chicken player-owned farm perk will now work correctly.